Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the month of July. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate. Also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for more information on what may be going on for you here in this month ahead. Aries, the only place that you can get any of my products is my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll never message you for a personal reading or anything like that, so just keep that in mind. Also, if Instagram is your thing, check out my account. There's a link to that in the description below. I do daily content there. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. If this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, Aries, you have a lot of people showing up here, more than others. And I'm halfway through now the tarot readings and for this month, and you have probably the most people showing up, so that could be something. But let me make sure everything's in view. All right. Looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have another person type of card. You have the King of Pentacles. So this is somebody, this is, as I like to say, this person's on a gold chair, okay? And so for them, it's like, I've already achieved success, so it's this idea that if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of energy. And so for them, it's like, why would I change any of my process? And so it talks about sticking to your routines to achieve wealth, which I think is a very good philosophy and a very good lesson. And there's nothing wrong with that. So some of you may need to just lock in and just have that sort of attitude. But at the same time, the King of Pentacles can let other things slip by them because they're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, day by day. And so it can talk about maybe needing to try something new. But let's go ahead and put that right there. So for some of you, that may be the case. You may need to try something new, but for you, it may be walking away from a disappointing situation here with this Eight of Cups. This is in the middle. This middle card is the most important card in the spread. I actually like this card. I read it as a positive. Not everybody does, but for me, this person's looking towards the horizon and they're saying, I'm going to go ahead and let these empty, broken cups that are a thing of the past, that are disappointing me, I'm going to let them be a thing of the past, and I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to take a journey, and this person's about to take a journey towards the Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. Okay, so it's for me, it's a very empowering card. There is a message here of empowerment, actually, as well, with the Strength card showing up. You have the Fool, so maybe towards the beginning of the month, but maybe also you've already done this. You have this major leap of faith that you're about to embark on, some sort of new journey, new beginning in your life. This is a very powerful card. It only comes forward when you're ready. So are you ready to let go of those disappointing cups? Are you ready to walk towards something new? And if you are, you really have to do it without attachments, which is what the Fool does. The Fool is like a child. Children come into this world without any attachments, without any emotional baggage that we accrue as adults. And that's really what the Fool is telling you to do. And on top of that, you have this Queen of Wands as well in the past. This is somebody who's very attractive to many people, okay? Not only in relationships, but also in the workplace. They're capable of doing a lot of things, and they do it with a degree of passion. And so naturally people want to be around them. People want to be with them. It's someone who's very attractive in a lot of ways. It indicates many, okay, many interests, many things going on, juggling priorities and tasks. But it's a good card. It's a really good card to get. And you also, below that, you have the Strength card. Okay, so, I do read the Queen of Wands as really any fire sign, so that could be you showing up. You could also be showing up as the King of Wands, but this is the Leo in the tarot, and so we have a lot of fire here so far. And so this is talking about having courage or willpower over a person or a situation. I do feel like for some of you, it's more likely to be that you're having willpower over someone else. Okay, if there's someone who's taking your power away from you, it's time for you to take that empowered step forward. With the Strength card diagonal, the Eight of Cups into the King of Wands, if there's someone who's trying to make you do something that you don't want to do, time to drop that, time to really stand up for yourself in this month ahead. And you certainly have the capability of doing that, Aries. So you have this King of Cups in the lower row. Could mean that someone's like emotionally manipulating you, using their strong emotional intelligence to control you in some way. On the other side of that, or on the flip side, it could mean that somebody really does care deeply about you, and it's maybe that the feelings for you aren't reciprocated. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of different messages here, because what's interesting is you have the King and the Queen of Cups next to each other, which is counterparts. So for some of you, it could mean that there's like a split going on here. Could mean that you're meeting somebody. Actually, we have two counterparts here: King of Cups, King and Queen of Wands. So I don't know. We'll have to see what else we get here. Okay, we always go through and clarify with another deck, and it's one of those things where I just need more details. But you have this Nine of Wands as well. Not a time to give up, okay? You may not realize how close you are to the finish line. Keep going, keep persevering, keep pushing at this time, especially if you're dealing with a disappointing person. So you have this King of Wands in the future. Card's been showing up for a lot of people. This is somebody who is the entrepreneur in the tarot, and so maybe this leap of faith that you're taking is towards self-employment or a side hustle or doing something like that. Now, you will find these people in the workplace, but if you do find them in the workplace, it's because they want to be there. They don't ever do anything that they don't want to do. They always do it with an element of passion, and they achieve great success by following their passions, and people really view that and view them in that way in the workplace. Now you have this Seven of Swords, which is sort of messing everything up, okay? This is, one card never makes a reading, but there is potentially one of the two of these counterparts here could be deceiving you, okay? I feel like is what's going on here. This is a card of deception, stealing, lying, cheating. Be careful about what you say to people at work. Could mean that there are people who are on one side, and there could be two sides here, is maybe what's going on. Like if you find yourself gossiping or you catch yourself talking about someone else, could mean that they're talking to someone else, right? And so like you want to be very careful about what you say. That's true in any case. But you have this Queen of Cups as well. That's like the therapist in the tarot. This is somebody who will really take time to listen to you and talk to you and be there for you and care for you. It could be a trusting friend or ally, anything like that. I would just be very careful about group situations here. The fact that we have two counterparts is very interesting. It does not always happen. So let's see what this might be. Let's start to clarify this situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. Helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Aries, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good for you. But let's see what we have here for you and see what clarifications come in. Okay, Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. You do have Queen of Cups, King of Cups. They would offer a helping hand typically if they're not in their reverse or shadow. And so there could be, it could be you that's being called on to step up. But this is also associated with Reiki, according to the author. And so some of you may want to do some sort of self care practice. I do typically read King and Queen of Cups as self care. And so that's certainly coming in for you. You may want to do that as you walk away from this disappointing situation. Okay, Carnanos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. And so looks very good for you on the love end. It could mean that some of you are meeting a counterpart in this month. It could mean that you are using your creative life force to succeed at work or to build something out here with the King of Wands. So that looks very good. Now, let's see what else we have to clarify this situation. What's going on with these counterparts here? Okay, Eight of Wands, High Priestess, and the Hanged Man. So you're going to get some sort of really good news. Eight of Wands is a quick moving event that brings about good news that really pushes you towards this Fool card, this leap of faith that you're really feeling internally guided to. I feel like do. I feel like you have an intuition about something right now, Aries, and it's almost like that Eight of Wands is giving you the green light. It's accelerated motion. It's potentially travel. It can mean socializing and communicating, which again, be very careful about how you're communicating at this time. You never know which one of these counterparts could be deceiving you, or which one of these people. We have lots of kings, lots of queens here on the board, so just be careful. And then you have this High Priestess, which is hidden knowledge coming to the surface. Okay, secrets even with that Queen of Wands. So it could mean that that Queen of Wands, King of Wands is the secrets one, who knows. But then you have this Strength card with the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is telling you to potentially have to make a sacrifice in some area of your life, give something up to get something else. And so that could certainly be the case there with the Strength card. Maybe you're being called on to have courage to give something up. So you have the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles here. Love to see the Eight of Pentacles with the King of Cups. Eight of Pentacles means positive movement forward at work, but it's also the talent card in the tarot. You can see this person sort of wrapping up their latest creation. There are other creations there hanging up on the post, ready to be handed in or sold or sent off. And so it just means really good things happening at work, or it's even good for those of you who are in higher education or academia or do some sort of creative work. And so whichever way you spin it, the Eight of Pentacles is always a card you want to see. Now you have the Queen of Swords coming in, so there's another person coming in here. I cannot believe how many people we are getting in this reading. So Queen of Swords is somebody who really cuts to the chase. They don't really mess around. If they have something on their mind, they'll say it, but they also go at life in a sort of independent way. They cut through drama. And I feel like there is this element of making sure you're not getting wrapped into some sort of drama that's unfolding either in your workplace or in your life. I would just stay in your lane at this point, like really put your head down and get to work here. You have the Hermit with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're being called on here to go within and have self-mastery. And I do feel like that is the message. And really just stay disciplined. The Five of Cups, Judgment, and the World. Wow. Okay. So however this works out, I think you're on the right side. Okay, I think you're on the right side. I'd really use your intuition here on somebody who may not be as they appear. You also have this Two of Swords on the bottom, which I've noticed comes forward for people who are dealing with gossipers or workplace dramas. It is a card of injustice. something being held or kept from you, especially with the High Priestess there. The world and the judgment, they come one after the other, 20 into 21. And so the world is like a major victory. It's the completion of a cycle. The judgment card is karma. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, you want to be very careful about the karmic situation that you may be dealing with, but it is also a rebirth, and so that could be some karma could be served here, but I feel like you're on the right side. Okay, I feel like you're on the right side of that. You also have that Five of Cups. Look on the bright side, okay, because there are 2 cups behind you. Don't focus on the 3 cups that are disappointing you or spilled. Remember, you're walking away from disappointment here, okay? So let's see what else we get. Okay, you have coffin, message of concern, bad health, pathway, adjudication, wealthy man. You know, I was gonna say it, but I just didn't pull the trigger. But now I feel like, why do I feel like there could be like a workplace romance going on that's disappointing you? I don't know if that's gonna. I try not to keep my tarot readings dramatic, but I just the bad health card is the sex card in this deck because it's the only card with the bed in it. And now you have the Carnanos, which is sensual and sexual powers, plus you have the Seven of Swords. All these people showing up with the karma on top of it. I don't know. Some of you may be dealing with that, but otherwise you could just be getting some disappointing news or concerning news. I feel like however this works out, it's going to end up being good. It's going to end up working out for you. You have all the tools you need to work through this. There could be an ending happening here, but you have everything you need. You have the world, which is the completion of a cycle. You have pathway, wealthy man, adjudication. Wealthy man's investments paying off. Pathway is your true north or your destiny in this lifetime. And adjudication, I feel like if you're dealing with a negative person at work, or you're dealing with troubling communication at work or something like that, adjudication and judgment says that you're going to be on the right side. Okay, I feel like you have good karma coming. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.